In this video, we will be making a hooded canoe, or a hooded sampan in Japanese. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over to the white side. We're gonna fold it in half the regular way. Unlike the other canoe, this one isn't super directional in the way you do your initial folds. And you'll see why in a moment. Okay, open it back up, fold it in half the other regular way. Okay, open it back up. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take two of the corners that are diagonal and you're gonna bring them to the center line. So for this, I'll do these. Now you're going to take them, you're going to open it back up like this. You're going to bring the tip to the line that you just made. There you go. And then you're going to fold this back over so it kind of has a trapezoid shape. And again, I'm going to rotate it, same thing on this side, open it up, bring the tip to the line that you just made. There you go. And fold it back over to make your nice trapezoid. So now we're gonna flip this entire thing over. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. And now we only have two corners for this. So I'll just do, for this one, I'll do them one at a time. I usually like to do stuff one at a time like this. Okay, open it back up. Bring the tip to the line that you just made. And then fold it back over for your trapezoid. Then I'll rotate it. Same thing, bring your tip to the center. Okay. And open it back up. Bring your tip to the center. Bring your tip to the line that you just made. Yeah, you can see. And then fold it back over like this. Okay, so now we kind of have to figure out how to make the, okay. So on this side where the flaps are white, you're going to take this entire edge and you're going to bring it to the middle like this. This is how we're going to make our little hood, as you will find out in a bit. Then I'm going to rotate it, same thing on this side, bring this entire thing to the center. There we go. And so now this is going to be a lot like the plain sampan or canoe. So you're going to bring this edge to the center line, or you're just going to fold this entire corner along this diagonal that it has created for you. And you're going to do this on all four corners. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to bring this edge to the center line. It's going to be a lot of paper, so definitely crease it well so that it will hold. Okay, and you're going to do this on all four of these corners here. So you'll note, now that I have done these two, when I have to do these two, there will be a little bit of an overlap here. So you have to hold the paper down a bit like this to keep it in the right place. So then it looks like that. And then same thing on this side. This is why sometimes it's good to have a table when you're folding origami, especially with printer paper like me. Okay, good, so we made it here. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this tip to the center line. Okay, and then rotate it. And then we're gonna bring this tip also to the center line to meet its counterpart. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to take this whole thing, we're going to kind of open up this little flat part here, like this. I'm going to zoom us back out a little bit. There we go. And so now if you flip it over, you'll see here where the little hoods are. So you're going to take your fingers beneath the hoods and you're going to press out like this. You're going to do that on both sides. So there will be two corners right about here. You can use either your thumb or your first finger, pointer finger, like I have done. And just kind of help shape it a little bit. There you go. A very nice little hooded canoe or hooded sampan. I've also had somebody say, is this a slipper? And I'm like, I suppose. If you only do one hood on your canoe, it'll look more like a speedboat or like an actual slipper. So, and I'll also compare that with the regular sampan. These were made with exactly the same size paper, but you can see that the hooded sampan, because of all the extra folds you're doing, it will end up smaller than the regular sampan. But you can still make a lovely little fleet or armada of paper ships. And again, like this one will also float. You just have to tape the underside of it to make sure it's not going to get soaked. If yours doesn't look exactly like mine, that is okay. If this is your first time making this, I'm sure it looks great for your first time. And as always, thank you so much for joining me.